Good morning, it's TOX Tuesday. So remember, Tuesdays is when we're going to talk about all things related to Botox. So last week, if you remember, we spoke about the lip lines, barcode lines, or smoker's lines, as it's more commonly known around here. Today, we're going to talk about the lip flip and what is the difference between treating smoking lines and treating the lip to get a lip flip. First of all, we'll talk about why we do a lip flip and what a lip flip using Botox is going to achieve. So if you have very, very thin lips, or if you have a very overactive muscle behind the lip that pulls the lip in when you smile, so you may well show a little bit of the pad of the lip when you're not smiling, but when you smile, that completely disappears underneath. So when you smile, the lip inverts inwards and it completely disappears. With Botox for the lip flip, when we treat 4 or 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, just 4 little dots, it's going to relax the muscle that inverts that lip inside, and it's going to flip it out, which is why it's called the lip flip. So what happens with that sometimes is you can get a little bit of a temporary swelling effect, a little bit like a bee sting effect. So not only are you relaxing the eversion in, you're also plumping the lip up temporarily, because it is only temporary. It is only a temporary thing, Botox. It will only last around about 12 weeks. Now, because we're putting in such small doses, it's not likely that you're going to get a full 12 weeks out of that. But over time, when you're relaxing the muscle, you're going to see that that isn't being curled in as much anymore, and it's starting to stay out, because muscle retains memory. So as we relax that muscle, and the more often that you treat that, the longer that the result is going to last. So if you have filler as well, again, filler and Botox with that is going to be gold standard. So I don't need to have the lip flip because I've got lip filler in there. So when I smile, it doesn't disappear. Years ago, before filler and Botox, I used to have what we called a gummy smile, which is also a little bit different than the lip flip. But both of those together can also help, depending on what muscle is causing that to lift up. So with a gummy smile, it's this muscle and it pulls everything up. But if you've got both, so if it lifts up and inverts in, you get in that kind of look when you smile, where it's showing all the gum. So it may be that if you have a gummy smile and an inverted lip, you may need to have the gummy smile and the lip treated at the same time. Now, cost-wise, so say if we used a 50 unit vial of Botox, you will only need 4 to 5 units out of that vial, but we can only buy it in that small amount. So you can't just buy 4 or 5 units from a pharmacy. You would have to buy the whole 50 units, which means it's going to be a little bit expensive just to treat that area. So you're far better to treat that area when you're having other areas treated, because you're just taking 4 or 5 units out of that vial for that area, rather than just having that as a standalone treatment and you're having to pay for the full vial, and the rest of the vial will have to be discarded. And out of 50 units, you'll only be using 4 or 5 units. So always probably have it when you're, unless your budget will extend to that and you don't need Botox anywhere else, then fine. But you probably are going to be paying 160, 180 upwards for that, just that treatment on its own. If there are any questions about that, let me know in the comments below. My name is Sophie. I'm specialised in cosmetic medicine, and on a Tuesdays we talk all things Botox.